Welcome to our tiny world.
Yeah, I got the intro playing right now. Yeah, the intro song. It's 30 seconds. And it should.
We they hear us. Hi, everybody.
Oh, did it not? There we go. What the heck? Something's going on here. Hey, there we go. Now everything's caught up to us. Sorry, guys. My overlay was being silly. So apparently you heard us chit-chatting before we knew we were live. So, welcome everybody to right? Welcome to Heroes Approved, hosted by Dragons in the Dining Room. We are starting a actual honest to goodness D&D campaign. Unfortunately, we are down a Joe Dirt tonight. He said he wasn't feeling well and needed some rest, so you get to look at that beautiful logo of his for the rest of the night. Um, so,
I think me and Turkey need to be switched.
yes, you do. What the heck
Yes,
happened here?
I'm currently the Grouch Couch. Hello,
Yes, you
everybody.
are. So let's
Fill up
fix
your
that.
blankets.
I like Turkey's name as Caldana Glitterborn, though.
I do too. That's kind of awesome. Zoom. All right. I hope I didn't make you dizzy over there. So, now everybody's in the right place. I just don't know what I'm doing tonight. So,
Not a proper sign if there's not a screw up at some point.
oh, I know, right? Technical difficulties means you're doing it well. So, welcome everybody. This is Heroes Approved. We are here to entertain you for the evening. I'm actually going to jump right in real quick and say thank you to the Litching Hour, to the Grouch Couch, to Spooky Sprinkles, and to Joe Dirt for taking the time to create some really interesting characters that we will be introducing you to tonight. And I'm actually going to leave introductions for a moment until we get in game, so that you guys can do it this way. Um, Thank you very kindly for the resub. So, what we're bringing you today is an adventure called Voklogs Passing. The party, the players, find themselves living in a world on a continent that is ruled by a militaristic and dictatorial giant by the name of Tordo Kovog. He is growing old and dying. Because he's dying, other giants are showing up and trying to take the throne from him forcefully. Unfortunately, these battles are causing damage, destruction, and mayhem to the entire continent, causing people to flee, causing people to die, and creating chaos with all of the natural creatures of the land. Many people have decided to try and flee by going over the sea, finding that that is a very dangerous voyage as the magics and fighting going on between the giants is causing the seas to swell in turmoil, and other creatures are showing up, recognizing bloodshed and fighting. There are still others who wish to go into hiding and are trying to find places where the giants can't cause harm to them. Then there are those few, those mighty few, who are gathering arms to make militias, small insurgent forces, and trying to meet in secret to create their own army to go against these giants. We pick up in the city of Holson, where the leader just recently died. Taking his place is one of these insurgent companies, their leader, showing a very prominent force of power, stepped forward and claimed leadership of the village. His name is Yarrow, a halfling who is dressed in brightly lit, almost flamboyant armor and arms, looking as though he's trying to be his own weapon rack, something sent from the heavens to take down the giants. Covered in tattoos, standing.
Excuse me.
Yes,
You said half elf or halfling?
half elf. Did I just say halfling?
That's what I heard, but it's
I just said halfling. Sorry, half elf.
just making sure.
Thank you
Okay.
for the correction.
'Cause that's actually a pretty stunning image for a halfling too.
It is. No,
I
sorry.
am God's gift to bring down giants.
Cut out, we all know.
So- Half elf, standing on the top of the rising steps in front of what was the town hall, having gathered everybody from the city in front of him. You see gathered about on the stairs around him a hodgepodge of different people. One of the most striking individuals happens to be a man by the name of Nails. Would you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Nails Balenroot. I'm tall. I have bald plate, and I have a beard. And if you stare too long at my beard, you'll see that there's fire dancing in between the hairs. I'm a fire genasi. Left here, abandoned here by some genie parents. But don't stare too long at my beard, it'll piss me off. My temper is as short as actually, my beard's longer than my temper. I'm tall, barrel-chested. I got a great X on my back, and I'm probably acting a little. I don't look nervous. I look like I want to get shit going. I'm bored. Let's go.
All right, so you see him standing there, staring at the crowd. And we just lost two of our players. What? You scared them off, Nails. What'd you do?
The weak tend to flee in the face of the strong.
All right, they've returned. They're not so weak. All right. So you see this man standing there, not too far off from the left-hand side of Yarrow. Yarrow standing up on the stairs. You've all come here because you know that you're all wet behind the ears and you can't figure out how to get off your teat. I want you to pick up arms, join me, and we'll take down that giant, make him rue the day. Is that the word? Somebody tell me, is rue the right word? I don't care. Whatever. Rue the day that he decided to die on us. We're going to make the giants pay. We're going to take all of them down. And I want all of you to pick up arms and join me. Or else he can just go cry. And you guys are dancing on my screen. That is so much fun.
I can hear now, though. I couldn't hear it at all. My computer just stopped working with the sound.
Oh, and I just did such a rousing speech.
I heard nothing.
Standing in the crowd, there is a half-elf. Slightly behind him is a little gnome staring with curiosity, trying not to be seen. Or are you a full elf? You're a full elf. You're a wood elf.
Yeah.
It's a wood elf standing slightly behind him.
Elf.
Yep.
All elf.
Would you introduce yourself, Alor? Or is it Alor?
Allure.
Okay.
So I'm Allure. I am a full wood elf. I'm a ranger, and I'm a soldier. My militia previously, actually very recently, I powered up with some militia to take down some of these giants, and my whole militia, my militant party was wiped out. They were known as the Last Stand, and they were completely wiped out, and I barely lived by the skin of my teeth. I've come back to the town of Holson to find people to bring up arms and fight with me. because I'm sick of these giants and all these creatures destroying our homeland. It's been too long. This battle has been going on forever, and I'm sick of it.
All right.
That's what's fun.
So I will play around with that and see. All right, Turk, give me a sound check because Brick says we can't hear you.
Titties!
All right.
Venti talk.
Yeah, Venti talk.
Big talk!
All right.
Can
Hello?
you hear us now?
If anything, I will just turn you up in Discord.
What's going on with Discord? Her audio died. No, mine's dying. What is happening? Is this the right mic? Hold on.
Thaco is too low now. Oh gosh.
No,
Like Thoko. It's like Coco, but Thoko.
no, I
Thoko.
turned
Coco?
Coco,
myself.
Coco.
I turned myself down on purpose so that I could make sure that he was being heard. So now we got you there. So that would be our elf. Standing behind him, staring with a bit of curiosity, wondering, is this really the person I saw? And do I really want to be standing in this crowd? Is Caldana. Please give us an introduction.
So I am a gnome druid, and my name is Caldana Glitterborn. I'm a forest gnome, and I'm kind of a hermit. I like to keep to myself. I don't know a lot of people, and when all this went down, I kind of went into hiding, and I've been going everywhere trying to hide and escape all of this, but I saw this elf guy help me out and my people, and he's kind of a good hero type, and I kind of want to talk to him, but I kind of don't because hermit life, you know?
Hashtag hermit life.
Hashtag hermit life.
And
So I'm just going to stare at him for a while and admire his ears.
there you go.
See you dying.
You guys heard this rousing speech from Yarrow. You notice that a lot of the crowd is starting to disperse. Many of them are mumbling under their breaths, calling him anything from loony to just batshit crazy. There are a small pocket here and there of people who are discussing amongst themselves as to whether or not they want to join. Lore, you just heard Yarrow say that he wants people to join him in this drive to take down the giants and stop what's happening. And he is just standing there waiting. You see as two...
I offer myself as tribute!
All right, so we got a free crotch speech
Weird.
right there.
10, 12 minutes in, and we got crotch speech. Wow.
New record.
I will do anything it takes to take down as many giants as I possibly can. They are my worst enemy, and people may think that this Jarl is insane.
So
But I've got his back.
he is
If
standing...
no one stands up, nothing will get done. Long live revolution.
All right, so you start... Are you going to make your way up to Yarrow?
Yes, absolutely.
He's standing there talking to two folks that have come in from the crowd. Well, at least some of you guys have a spine attached to that. Go talk to one of the men. They'll give you a sword, and if you make it through the next week of training, maybe you'll actually be good enough to fight. Oh, look at this. We got one of them long-haired folk. I hear you guys are pretty good at hiding. Is that what you're here for?
I'll hide anywhere as long as I can take down a giant.
Oh, really?
My ears are the longest ears.
Ah.
Would you hide in a giant's asshole?
I'll kill him from the inside out.
I like this one.
He's spunky.
He is very spunky. I tell you what, join those two recruits over there. We'll have you do some training and see if you live up to that big mouth of yours.
Big ears, not big mouth. Big ears.
Sounds like your mouth or your ego's bigger than your ears. Get your ass in gear.
All right. I'll get me on.
Hey, Lore.
Am I one of the recruits?
You are not. You have been part of this group for
okay.
for a little while now.
Gotcha.
Caldana, you just watched this curious elf that saved your hide walk up and you are left standing in this small opening around strange people that you're not too familiar with.
I'm not comfortable. I was gonna say, can I follow him? Because actually, I feel like I owe him a debt for saving my hide. And as much as I don't want to talk to him, I can cure things. And if he's gonna go into battle to fight these giants and stuff, I want to help and assist as much as I can.
All right, so you watch, you hear this exchange between Yarrow and Allure, and Allure steps off out of the way. Well, is there anybody else who's going to join in on this? I see you all walking away. Anybody?
Me?
What the heck are you?
Um,
I've seen
I know I'm
doorstops
short,
bigger than you.
but I might be short, but I'm very powerful and I'm very useful. Thank you very much.
Oh, and what can you bring other than holding the wall up?
What?
What can you bring other than holding the wall up?
I can cure your men. I could help heal. I can bring fire, ice, and I can talk to small animals, which, spy shit.
You know, you might actually be worthwhile. Tell you what, go join the rest of the ragtag team over there, grab a weapon, and we'll give this just a minute longer to see if anybody else is going to join.
Okay.
And I don't know that I helped save her
Nope.
specifically.
You are unaware of that, but do roll me a bit of a perception here, Allure.
Okay.
And
All right, Evray. Now's your time.
let me fix something here.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I got a 2. I do have plushes to perception, though, actually. 14 passive, and I've got plus 4.
All right,
So I
we'll
got
work with. We're actually going to go with the passive here because you're not actively looking for anything. As you start making your way through the crowd, you talk to Yarrow and start making your way down through the crowd to the new recruits. You have this feeling that there is something that has been following you this entire time. It's just that little tickle on the back of your neck. Something. Is somebody looking at me? What's going on?
You know,
My bricks.
I'm a pretty attractive forest elf.
Take care, Bricks.
I've been stalked before. Have a good night, Bricks.
I've been
Night,
stalked
Bricks.
before.
All right. So you're not going to concern yourself too much?
What'd you say?
You're not going to concern yourself too much with it?
No.
Okay.
But I'm going to keep one ear open.
Fair enough. So about half an hour passes, and you see about 6 more townsfolk decide they're going to join in. Yarrow gives them a verbal beatdown like he has everybody else. And then you notice that, just like Nails, he's getting impatient. All right, you know what? I'm done with this. None of y'all have the guts to do this. We're out of here. Maybe the next time we get around here, we'll just pick some of you up by the ears and drag you out. Let's get out of here.
It's painful.
And a whole bunch, everybody starts gathering together. Those of you who are new recruits, you watch as a number of the old hats circle around you and start leading you out of town. 15 minutes away from town, you see what looks to be like an attempt at some sort of camouflaged encampment where all of these people have gathered. Nails, you've seen much better work. Allure, you've seen much better work. But they've made an attempt. As you guys are all hauled in to the encampment, you notice immediately in the center there is a ring of logs that have been put up. And you watch as all of the old hats get, what the heck? Oh, there we go.
Turkey did something, I think,
that.
based on that face.
I love that face.
It's like
All
I
right.
didn't do shit.
Don't change your nicknames on Discord.
That
No,
might do a thing.
don't.
You watch as a bunch of the old hats gather around and start sitting on these logs. A couple of them move a few of the logs out of the way, and they start pointing. You, new recruits, get in there, all of you, line up, get in the ring.
They made a ring out of logs.
Yep, and they're asking you guys to go in.
All right. I ain't
I
afraid of them
guess.
fight.
I'm
Nate?
one of the old hat.
Yep, and as you start approaching, you recognize what's going to happen. This is a hazing ritual.
Oh, great.
They are going to. This hazing ritual you're familiar with because it's been done over and over again. After a group of new recruits are brought in, a few of the old hats are tossed in the ring with them, and without warning, you guys are allowed to attack. Are you going to join in on this hazing, Nails?
No, it bores me.
Okay,
That kind of it's like bullying. I don't like it.
okay. So, Allure, Caldana, and 8 other of the villagers, you are all gathered into this ring, and you hear people starting to get really rowdy, really loud. You can hear metal clanging on metal, chanting, and then diving into this ring, you see 4 of the militia members charge right at you, weapons drawn, and they attack without warning.
That's not very nice. Can I just run and slide under their legs? I'm short.
Oh, why do I keep doing slash?
I don't want to get hit. I'm just going to hide and run under their legs.
All right, we're going to do one more here. Three and 4. So as the 4 of them run in, Caldana, you scramble and dive underneath them to get out of the way. Allure, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna pull out my sword and prepare to fight back.
All right.
Prove myself.
You watch as a few of the others in the group do the same thing. They draw their weapons and try to defend themselves immediately. One of the recruits is struck with a very heavy blow and falls with a broken nose and drops to a knee, starts screaming, blood all over his hands. The one that went to attack you, Allure, misses. The one that went to attack Caldana, it doesn't see you move and just swings at the next person in line and misses. So we'll bring this straight up to the top. Allure, you have this militia guy who just swung at you. You have drawn your weapon. What would you like to do?
So, in a way of showing off and asserting my dominance, I want to finesse with my sword by putting one single cut right across his nose.
Okay.
You know?
Roll to hit. If you get over a 17, we'll say that it works.
Okay. That's what we did. Good. And I have got. Oh. Open. Yeah, I've got +7 on a short sword. 22.
That works. You swing that thing out and you just barely graze the top of his nose. And it takes this guy a moment because of the fine cut that you made at first. He doesn't realize he was even damaged and starts to grin. And then all of a sudden blood starts trickling down and he's like, whoa, this dude's serious. And kind of backs off. And then with his sword looks at you and goes, all right, get out of the ring. You're good. Caldana,
That's right.
what
Yes.
would you like to do?
I'm I'm thinking, can I actually do a cantrip? Can I do a minor illusion and make them think there's a giant screaming next to us?
Oh, heck yeah.
Distract them?
Oh, heck yeah.
I want to do that. I don't know how to do that, but I want to do that.
You just cast it. All I have to do is make a save.
Perfect.
On your
That's
on
what
your
I want to
char-
do.
on your spell sheet, it should near the top. It should say Save DC. Can you tell me what that number is?
Save DC. Where is this at?
If you
Turkey.
click on spells.
I'm on spells. Oh, 13.
Perfect.
Good job.
1, 2, 3. Oh, good lord! All 4 of them fail their save, and they believe that a giant just started screaming. Their attention is diverted, and they start looking for where that scream came from. Nails, roll me an intelligence save.
Oh.
I was going to say, now that they're distracted, can we go pants them, and push them over?
While I'm doing that, I wanted to go over to Alor. Be like, good, well done in there. The man I went up against isn't in the group anymore. I don't have as much finesse as you, my friend, but it was fun to watch.
In like edgy ranger fashion, can I be sitting on a rock with my book, like, you know? 'Cause I feel like edgy elves are always reading books for no reason, like not paying attention.
Play
Roll
this.
11.
Play this however you want. Play this however you want. You roll that 11, and you hear the sound of a giant screaming coming from the center of that fighting pit. But for you, there is a brief moment where you're like, I hear a giant screaming. You look at the pit, and there is nothing there. So that disbelief pops into your head almost immediately.
Oh, but I will, darkness.
You want to pants the fighters.
While they're, yeah, I'm short. I want to run and pants them.
Okay. Are you going to say anything, or are you just going to
Haha, nerds.
roll me a d20 and add your dexterity to it. Your dexterity
Animal
modifier.
+1.
It'd be like,
No. Sadness.
All right. So you go running
4.
toward this guy, grab his pants to pants him, and this is like one of the few guys that doesn't wear his pants down by his ankles, and his belt actually works. You go, "Vroom," and stop.
Well, this is awkward.
And we're going to say, because of how well you rolled, you also have momentum behind you. So you go,
Yep. I'm gonna run into his ass and just be like, oh, I just want to see if your belt works. That's a nice damn belt. Where can I get one? That's what I'm just gonna save it.
perfect. And Alora, are you going to have any interaction with Nails other than staring at your book?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, the one you fought, huh? Sounds like he wasn't very strong. Better wise up. What's your name?
You call me Nails.
Nails. I'm Allure. Suggest if you
Well,
know
man.
what's good for you. Yeah, well, we team up. I'm bad at this.
Well met, my friend. Well met.
I love it. I love it.
And that's right. I turned into the book.
I like a little bit of spark. I need spark when I'm fighting people around me.
Oh, I can tell. It's very embery.
Yeah, I smell a little bit like soot when you're close to me.
Nice.
You ever been with 15 women in the hot springs?
Are you one of those elves?
Just kidding.
All right. Caldana, so as you are in this compromised position,
Sure am.
Wow.
fortunately, somebody takes advantage of it and tackles the guy that you have grabbed around the waist. And you find yourself going in somersaults, getting rolled over by a couple of people when this happens. And all of a sudden, you find yourself hoisted out of the ring.
Good.
In holding you up, you see this gnarled, just arthritis-ridden, matted hair old man has you lifted up. I like what you did there. You're gonna be helpful here. You're good. And then he sets you down behind him. The worst part about that whole brief interaction is the fact that his breath is enough to knock a dragon out.
Is it like
I want a
alcohol
bath.
bad or like rotten teeth bad?
Like rotten teeth bad.
What is he again?
The guy that picked her up.
Just a big dude, or
Just
like human, or
Think Hagrid, only arthritis written.
And I'm a gnome, so. Whew.
Yeah, big burly, just he's like a homeless man met Hagrid, and they got really old, and just kind of picks him up, and then sets her down behind him.
I'm just going to sit here and be sad that all the smell is stuck in my nose.
Now, when he does set you down, turns around and looks back into the ring, you notice that he has a few trinkets and oddities hanging off of him that denote somebody who is familiar with the arcane arts.
So what you're saying is I can take it.
You can, you can certainly try.
I would like to try just because I like to take things in every game I play.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Hold on. I'm going to learn how to roll stuff, guys. Is it just D20?
Yep, and then on your character sheet near the bottom will be sleight of hand in the list of skills.
This is weird looking on I'm used to looking on my phone, not my computer.
Fair enough.
Sleight of hand, +1. Okay. 19.
Holy smokes, very well done. You reach out and start grabbing at the trinkets he's got on him, and as you pull your hand away, you find in your hand a small circular object. As you tuck that away, you aren't sure exactly what you got, but you know that it has something arcane about it. When you have
like that it's circular.
When you have some free time, maybe you'll be able to study it.
Yes.
And
I'm about it.
When you look around, you see Allure standing next to that strange nails guy, and they seem to be chatting.
what are you reading?
Well, the pages are blank. What is this tribe called? What are you guys, militia group? Say my first rodeo.
Have fun, go ahead and name it.
I call us the Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide.
I love it. I love it.
Good. It's edgy enough for someone like me.
With that color hair, you fit right in.
Oh, yes. Do you like?
I do. Doesn't have enough fire in it, but I like the color.
All right. Well, I think I like you, my soot-smelling, ember-filled friend. Nails, I'm here.
Okay.
As long as we're going to take down some giants. This Jarl guy seems to think that you have the ability to do that. Do you agree with him?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How long have you been following this guy?
Not too long, few weeks, fortnight. We haven't been in any battles, have we? Have we been in any battles, Dungeon Master?
You've been in some skirmishes with hill giants and local creatures
Really?
that have been Yep, a couple of hill giants and some of the local creatures that have been displaced.
So we've brought hill giants down and stuff.
You haven't brought it down, but you've been in a fight with it. You more or less
Oh.
drove it off.
What is Yaro's? What's his fighting style like? Is he get in the middle of it, or does he just sit back and order everybody around?
He actually does get in the middle of it. He is a well-trained fighter.
Yaro's good, a good man. He's right in there.
Good. He gave me a sword to train with. I'm more of a bow elf myself.
Oh,
Do you know anywhere where I could trade in this dinky sword for a bow?
Oh,
That is
you have your equipment that you guys. They didn't take any of your equipment away. You do have all that. He just gave you a sword because you're joining my militia. Here's a prize.
Okay. Scratch everything I just said.
you prefer the bow then, huh?
Indeed. Get up in range. Sometimes I just like to hit people in the face with my bow to assert my dominance.
My father was gonna make me a ranger when I was younger, but then he decided barbarian was better.
Why do you think he went with barbarian, breaking fourth walls?
I think he foretold. He had a dream about at third level you could do this thing called the wild magic barbarian thing. Out of something called, yeah.
That could be fun.
Every time I rage, I can do wild magic, and that sounds hot.
Caldana, you've been standing there watching all of this happen. Are you going to join in on the conversation? What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna sneak up behind Allure and just stare at him.
There's a Shatner happening. Sprinkles, you must tell her, Thaco.
Oh,
What?
God, yes. There is a Shatner on the field. So, for those of you who
no.
are not familiar with this, we have a function here called the Shatner. For the next minute, we get to overact everything.
Oh. So we have to talk like this and super act out everything.
Extremely exaggerated motions and nails. You see some strange, small creature standing, staring, strangely, curiously, almost oogling. Allure, how do you respond?
Didn't you see that gnome? They tried to pants that other guy that's on your squad. I like them moves.
That was indeed me. I do like to pants everybody I see. That rhymed. Haha.
That's fantastic. Then
So
I also
good.
see my big elf ears. I seen you maybe possibly steal something special from that guy who looks homeless.
In fact, I did steal something. It was circular, like so. I don't know what it does.
Me either. That's cool though. Anyways, why are you here?
Why are you
Well,
stealing?
you see. Oh. Well, I steal because I can, but I am here because this elf man, though attractive, not the reason I'm here. He saved me a long time ago.
All right.
How did I do that?
Our minute has passed.
Good Lord. Okay.
That is so much fun. So yes, you just got done explaining that Allure saved you.
Yes.
Father Charity, the mods have to do this too.
I missed that one. That's awesome.
Oh my God. I hope someone clips that entire minute.
So, yeah, you just explained that Allure had saved you. Allure, you don't remember doing this.
I saved you. How did I save you? When? Where are you from?
I'm from a little village out that way, and you came in, and there was monster giant things and all these things, and you were fighting everybody, and I was hiding, and I'm an anxious gnome, and I stay to myself, but I've been hiding and running and hiding and running, and you came in, and I would have died had you not been there fighting the people you were fighting.
Yes. That is the day that the last stand fell. I remember.
So I kind of followed you this way because I didn't know what else to do, and I feel like I have a debt to repay, so I'm here to help.
Well, good. It's good to hear that someone survived the smashing of Rockin' Shana. The Giants. The Giants. Well, I'm happy you're here.
All right. I would like for each of you to tell me what your passive perceptions are.
My what?
12.
12?
Passive perception.
Yep.
It's on your
Okay,
sheet
passive
on the left.
perception. Thank
Yeah.
you. Where am I seeing this?
Left-hand side, I believe. Down near the middle.
Left. Aha, passive for 13.
13, 12, and lower? 14? All right. You guys, as you're having this conversation, out of the corner of your eyes, you notice something odd happening over the treetops. As you turn to look, you're watching as the clouds in the sky are starting to roil and twist in a very strange way, something that's not normal. It doesn't indicate tornado or some sort of storm. And as it starts to continue to bend, all of a sudden you watch as these clouds start to lay themselves out, dropping multiple clouds descending down toward the ground. The last
Question.
one, yes,
What time of day is it?
it is late afternoon.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. Good question. The last cloud stops just above the treetops, and it is easily 15 feet wide by about 10 feet deep. And with you guys staring, all of a sudden everybody else stops. The entire encampment goes silent. And you hear Yarrow, "Everybody, get away!" And
That's our cue to run.
he starts charging toward the center of the camp, screaming, "Everybody, get away!"
Move.
How far
move.
away are we from these clouds? Are they like,
The one at the treetops is about 60 feet away from you guys.
well, I'm going to listen to Jarl and back up a little bit, but I know that these aren't natural forming clouds.
You all know they're not natural.
Yeah. Can I make some kind of a nature check or investigation to see maybe what the fuck? is making this happen?
Roll an intelligence. Just a straight intelligence.
What is my int? What is my int? Plus 2. Okay. Sorry. 14.
14. You are not 100% certain what this is. With your time out in the woods and learning about the different denizens of this continent, you've never run into clouds forming like this before. But you are, as you said, absolutely certain that there is something hinky about this. Nails?
Yeah, I've gotten to trust Yara over the last couple of weeks, so I'm heading with him.
Okay. Oh, goodness. We just got rated by 27 people. Thank you very much, Lord Gasumba.
Guys.
Lord Gasumba is hosting a virtual con on October 2nd. The Greyhawk online community is doing a virtual con. If you guys want to check it out, there's more information at the Greyhawk online website.
Yeah, so you post something about that in October?
Yep, October 2nd. So,
Definitely.
you said that you trust Yarrow, so you're getting out of the way. Caldana?
I'm gonna hide behind Alor. I can't say your name. Is it Alor? I'm hiding behind the elf guy with the cute hair.
There you go.
You know
So
what, sweetie? Just call me A.
Just call me A.
A. Okay, I'm calling you A.
Yep. And as you guys start to spread out and make room, it's strange as all of a sudden this dark cloud or dark shape or dark something completely eclipses the light in this glade that you guys are in. And moments later, you all realize what this is you watch a gigantic foot descend into the middle of the encampment. And Yarrow, having managed to get slightly out of the way, starts screaming, "Cloud Giant! Nobody engage!" As you watch this thing stride forward, some of the folks were not capable of getting out of the way in time, and you see them crushed without any thought by this enormous creature as he strides to the north, the same direction all the previous giants have gone. You know that he is headed toward Voklog's throne.
So Jarl was like yelling, like, "Don't engage."
Why are we not engaging?
This thing
Yarrow.
can kill us with nothing more than a flick of a finger.
I'm a gnome. A lot of things can kill me with nothing more than a flick of a finger. I say we go kill it. We fight it.
Jarl! Jarl, you crazy son of a bitch! You told me we were gonna kill giants! Why do you think I'm here?
We are not prepared for something of this. We can take on hill giants, but a cloud giant has magics that we cannot compare to. It has strength that we have not the numbers for.
I agree. My militia was wiped out by a cloud giant, right? But you promised we were going to take giants down. I thought you had more numbers. What is this?
We are gathering numbers. And as you're having this conversation, the giant has already strode to the point where he is shrinking in size on the horizon. We are gathering numbers. This is but one stop.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
The ground vibrating underneath you. And then there is another noise that you hear. The sound of creatures fleeing from the direction that this giant has tread. Something you're familiar with, Nails, as you have fought off many of the wildlife creatures here that are displaced by giants. Part of the reason you were in Caldana's village, Aelor, the creatures having started attacking as well, causing mayhem and mischief. Yarrow looks at all of you. Be ready. We do not know what comes from the woods. We may have a fight on our hands. With any luck, they will pass us by and we can bury our dead and follow this giant and see if we can find its weakness.
Why don't we take them out? All these creatures coming. Do you know how much shit they've done already?
These creatures are displaced just as much as we are. It's the giants that deserve to die. This land deserves to heal. I may be a fighter, I may be a soldier, but I understand nature. I would assume one such as you would too, Ranger.
I understand nature, but you're going to tell me that some of these creatures haven't hurt and killed people in the process already?
Would you not kill some in fear?
I kill giants.
Yeah, why don't I and the elf here go scout around? If any of them get too close, we'll take them out. Help you have time to heal and bury the wounded.
I can agree with that. Would you like to take any others with you? Or just the two of you?
Take me. Cough, cough.
Well,
Guess we're taking that one.
okay. I think she's going to come no matter what, isn't she?
There's a quote.
She's going to come regardless.
All right. So the three of you decide to take and patrol the perimeter and see what might be happening here. Are you guys?
To be honest, I'm kind of in the mood for a fight myself.
Right. So if we were to choose one of the cardinal directions, you know the giant went north. Are you guys going to give that direction, or would you like to head a different one?
Well, I would think starting at the north and working our way around the campment clockwise.
Okay.
Sundial wise.
Sundial wise. All right. So we start with you heading to the north. And about how far away from camp are you going to get?
What do you think, Ranger?
Well, males, how close do you think they're going to get to us?
Well, we don't want to go too far, right? Because then some could slip through.
We do a 30-foot circle.
Maybe a little bit farther than that.
Okay.
So we are still in eyesight. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So you guys wander off and then start circling around the camp. At first, you do see a bunch of animals that are displaced. They're just basic wildlife creatures. None of them would pose any major threat. The biggest threat that you see is a fairly decent-sized boar, but it seems less intent on anything but getting the heck out of there.
Can I talk to some of the small animals around and just see if there's any other threats around besides the cloud giant? Is there anything worse than that around? Or
Sure.
comparable?
Sure. Which creature would you like to speak with? Now remember, they have to be small critters.
Give me one of them chipmunks over there.
Hi. What can I do?
Hi,
Yes.
So as you can see, we're all running away from the big cloud giant. Scary. Ooh, not cool. Have you guys seen any other kind of dangerous threats in the area besides that? Did you not see the giant? You look scared. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you more.
Yeah, giant bad, but he leave my home alone. I'm okay. Big scary things. Yeah, we got bears. We got wolves. We got lots of things. I mean, well, at least the humans don't take my pelts anymore. But yeah, we got lots of. I mean, many things kill. What I mean, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure there is nothing else besides the giant. I can handle bears and stuff. You've been very helpful. Good luck. Go find a new tree to go into.
Bye.
Bye.
Were you just conversing with that chipmunk?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it's a thing I do. Yeah,
Is it a gnome thing?
it's a druid thing. It's not just a
Druid?
gnome thing.
Oh,
Oh,
what's a druid?
oh.
Was that
We can get to that later.
All right, druids talk to chipmunks. Good.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Well,
why is a chipmunk dressed like Indiana Jones? Why does it have to be snakes? So as you guys continue to make your way around, Caldana, are you going to express to them what the chipmunk told you?
Now that you guys know I can talk to chipmunks, I was just trying to see if there's any other dangers around besides the cloud giant. And he said besides some bears and wolves, it looks pretty normal.
good. Natural animals are good. I
Yeah.
was worried. Giant scared
Nope.
the undead
All
out
right,
of
well,
the grave.
Well, you want to get ourselves some dinner?
Dinner. Like some potato soup?
No, like a boar, some pig, or
The
I don't know,
pig?
deer.
Those are my friends.
Well, I'm with it as long as we're not hunting for sport. We're hunting to live. I'm okay.
Oh, I'm starting to get hungry.
And as you are conversing about this, and you mention pig, you guys hear the sound of something like a tree falling over, coming from a little bit to the west of where you guys are.
Did you hear that? Sounded like a tree falling over, coming a little bit of the west from where we are.
I got my axe out. Let's go.
All right.
We're patrolling.
So as you guys start to approach, you hear again the sound of wood splinterings and another
careful.
tree. You can actually see this one. It's about 30, 40 feet away. You can see the top of a tree starting to fall from the canopy down toward the ground.
Does it look like it's going to hit us?
No, it's 30, 40 feet away. It's not going to hit you. These trees are normal size. They're only, 20, 30 feet tall at the most. And those are the ones near the glade. The ones out here are closer to 18, 16 feet tall.
All right. Shh. Should we sneak up a little bit? Quiet?
Yeah.
What do you think? Move
See
in
what it is
quietly?
before we
Yeah.
jump into action. Smart one there, Nails. No,
All
you
right.
know how to sneak.
So those of you who wish to be sneaky, roll me a stealth roll.
All of us.
What is
Plus
my-
one.
That's pretty good.
Oh snap!
God damn it. Why? No matter what I play, I can't roll for shit.
You guys start making your way through the woods. Now, you guys notice almost immediately Caldana, being comfortable in the woods, hasn't really thought about how to move around without being
Oh
spotted.
no. I'm just skipping. Apparently.
It takes you guys like 30 seconds to realize this, and both of you immediately turn around and go, hey, and start helping her quiet down and move in ways that aren't going to be as noticeable.
Nails, just freaking pick her up. You know,
I-
carry her.
I like to skip in the woods. It's a happy place.
As you guys start making your way closer to where this noise is, you can hear very loud grunting noises and the sound of something. It's hard to describe properly, but it sounds like two very rough objects being rubbed together, very large.
Goody.
Caldana, roll me a nature.
Nature. I know how to read my sheet. Where are you?
It's in the same list that survival and stealth.
Aha, +4. Look at that. 22.
Hey, there's your roll.
There we go.
I don't.
You start hearing these noises, and all of a sudden you're like, that sounds like a boar, but that is way too loud, way too noisy for just a regular boar. There is something strange about this. It's much, much louder. It sounds much more aggressive than just a classic boar.
Born heat. This sounds like a very aggressive pig.
Can I sing this, please? I have to sing it. Can I please?
Yes, do it.
Do it.
Way downward, loud fuck, disregarding our safety. Ba, 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 ba.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
All right. You guys make your way a bit more forward. Caldana, are you going to say anything about this, or is you just going to let it roll
I'm gonna
out?
tell them. I mean, I hear something it sounds like a boar. It's not a boar. Something's wrong. It's very loud. It's aggressive, and something's wrong and off.
Is it 2 boars?
No, this sounds like 20 boars in a fucking blender. We don't know what blenders are. In a cup.
All right. So as you guys continue forward with the notification from Caldana, are you going to change anything about your approach?
Yes. I want to get down and elf scurry
Wanna
over
get
to
down
maybe
tonight. Elf scurry.
I can climb up one of the trees. I really want to roll an investigation. Whatever.
Okay, so you said elf scurry, climb trees, investigation. What is it you
Yes.
would like to do?
Elf scurry first, and then. Okay.
Are you proficient in elf scurrying? I'm assuming maybe. Is it
He is an
a racial move?
I've got it right here. Elf scurrying +5,
+5. Nice.
All right.
aka acrobatics.
So is your intent to find a tree to climb?
Yes.
Okay, there are definitely trees to climb. Go ahead and roll me a acrobatics.
An elf scurry. Got you. I think I had what did I say? +5, +4. What did it say? Let's see. 5. Sweet. +5 in elf scurryation.
What is this?
20.
32.
That is perfect. So you find yourself a decent sized tree, scurry up to the top of it, and from your perch, as Nails and Caldana catch up and get just below where you are, you look up over what you can of the canopy, and you do indeed see a singular boar. However, this boar is huge. It towers larger than any boar you have ever seen in your life.
What do you see? What do you see up there?
Giant boar.
Oh, that's when you hear my stomach rumble. Yes.
How
Yes.
big are we talking?
Dinner has arrived.
At
Talking
least
towering way above any other boar you've ever seen.
at least 16 feet tall.
Ubor eats delivered.
How tall is this tree that I'm in? Is it 16 feet tall?
The tree that you're in is about 16, 18 feet tall, so it is almost as tall as the tree you're in.
Jesus.
That's a big boar. That's a lot of bacon.
How
You leave the piggy alone.
Oh,
And as you guys are having this conversation, you hear a bit more of that scraping noise, and that's when you, Caldana, recognize it as what boars normally do. They'll use trees and rocks and what to scrape their tusks and clean them up and shrink them down so they don't get too huge. But it's also
I can
what
see why the
sharpens
trees are
them.
falling.
Mm-hmm. And yes, we have that in front of you. What would you like to do?
I just scurried up a tree. Does anyone have any ideas?
so wait, is the boar going to hit the tree that he's in, or
No,
we're
the
just
boar-
deciding?
You're making a decision now that you have him scouting, saying it's a giant boar.
Yeah,
That boar
he's
is
farther away.
about 15 feet away from you
That's
guys.
what I thought. Okay. So to me, on the ground floor, it's like a big dark shape moving over there.
Yes.
Or it's not nighttime yet. Has the sun fallen?
Nope, the sun has not fallen. It's a dark shape just because the trees make it kind of hard to make out
Okay.
specific
All right.
details.
Well, do we want to take this thing on, or
How?
just make sure it doesn't come to our camp?
Oh, yes. We definitely need to lead it away.
Let's kite it. Not that I know what that means.
Do you have any spells, maybe minor illusion or something of the sort that can guide the boar somewhere the fuck else?
I do. I was just gonna say, what the fuck would a giant? I'm a druid. I should know what a boar likes, besides trees and tummy scratches.
And tummy scratches.
Can I cast minor? Can we get its attention? I think if I can cast minor illusion and make like the giantest, most juiciest apple,
Okay.
maybe it will go try to eat the apple. And I just want to illusion it somewhere not in our path and not near us.
I want to.
So maybe
I want to double check one thing here.
how far can that go? Hold on.
How big can minor illusion?
Oh, it must be no bigger than a 5-foot cube. So I can make a 5-foot apple.
Yep, that's what I was looking for. So yes, you could make a 5-foot apple,
Pretty
but
big apple.
it doesn't move. It's just there.
Yeah. I just wanted to distract it enough to get the fuck out of the way.
If we
Okay.
get it out in the open, nails, we can get
Yeah.
this thing out in the open with the apple, then maybe we can get the rest of the Jarl's guys from the Crimson militia to come take it down. Then we all eat like kings for weeks.
Yeah. Which one of us wants to go back and tell him?
Well, I'm in a tree. So I know it goes.
And I have to make the apple.
All right. I'm going to go back to camp, see if anybody's interested in coming to help and take on this boar.
All right, that is not going to take you very long, as you didn't stray too far from the camp. We'll say it's going to take you about 5 minutes to get to camp, gather recruits, and come back with them.
I'm
So-
going to silently apologize to the boar from far away because I know that I'm going to have a part to play in its demise.
It has
And
no,
I'm sad.
it has no clue you're apologizing.
I know, but I'm doing it for me.
So you know, Druid, it's just a circle of life.
Pumbaa,
It's just a
no.
circle of life. Nah.
People that kill for sport Those people deserve to die.
This is
Those
true.
people-
I understand people need to eat. I'm just, I'm a vegetarian type of druid. Potatoes, zucchini. We can make a nice veggie stew. We don't have to eat pig, but it's okay. I understand.
As you guys are having this conversation, the boar has kind of turned a little bit and is heading south, which would be parallel to where the encampment is. It's starting to head a bit further south, and you watch as yet again another tree is just pushed over by this thing's girth, and it's just lumbering along. Doesn't seem to be too concerned about much of anything at the moment.
Okay. I don't want to have to do it, but I do have +5 in elf scurrying. So I'm going to climb down the tree. I guess I'm going to want to get in front of the boar. Be like, hey, boar! What's up, bacon dog? This way! And kind of lead him out into like the open at least a little bit.
So you're going to try and taunt the boar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if he's heading towards the encampment,
No, he's heading parallel to the encampment. So if the encampment is to the east of where you are, it is moving just like this,
Okay.
Side by side.
side by side.
Okay.
So it is not going toward the camp. The camp is staying on it would be its right-hand side as it's walking.
Then scratch that. I'm just want to follow it to make sure I don't lose where it goes.
Okay. About 5 minutes passes. This thing continues to move a little bit south. Nails, you realize that Allure is not where you left him, neither is Caldana, but it takes very little skill to recognize the path of destruction that the giant boar has been making. So you can follow in that direction.
Come in.
Mm-hmm.
This way.
You have 6 people with you.
Okay.
About 3 minutes later, you catch up to Allure and Caldana. They're watching this boar as, at this point in time, it seems to be gnawing on the greenery of the tree that it knocked down.
Oh, it's hungry.
We all are.
And as you guys hunker down to discuss what is going to happen, we're going to take a 15-minute break, and we will be back in just a little bit.
Bye-bye!
And welcome back, boys and girls. This is Heroes Approved, doing some D&D stuff over at the dining room. We just had our group gather a few friends together to see if they can take down a giant boar that is ambling through the forest, knocking down trees and making Nails hungry. Nails, you and 6 other people have just gathered up to where Alor is, standing with Caldana, watching this boar as it is munching away at the greenery of a tree it just knocked over. What would you guys like to do now?
Nails. Did you
Yes.
bring any rope? We could wrangle this thing. Like an AT-AT. I mean, like a giant boar.
All right, time to make you
I do
walks.
have rope. I got 50 feet. So you're thinking about wrapping it around its legs?
Yeah. I could shoot arrows into the first one, and then we just run all the way around.
Has anybody here had experience hunting a boar of this size?
I don't know if anyone does. Yeah, ask them. Hey,
You watch as you ask that question, all of them look at you like, what is wrong with you? No, we've never seen this. How are we supposed to take that down? There's a couple of them that are just sitting there dancing. They're just about as excited as Nails to try this out.
Father Jordy, that's not nice. All the sad.
So All right. Like I like the rope idea. So what if we scare it or get it somehow to run into the trees where we have a rope kind of set up and tangle it in its legs to bring it down and keep it from running.
I brought some javelins. I can start throwing javelins at its rump and see if we can get it to run away like that.
I could create a little bit of fire.
Yes.
Another guy pipes up. I got javelins too. I can help out.
We just throw the javelins. If we get it to fall over, then we can just javelin the shit out of it until it dies.
Yeah. The rope could help us trip it.
Can I run ahead and set up this rope trap?
How far ahead do you want to get?
Or just do it here. We're in the trees, and then
Have it
we'll
come at us?
move ahead and try to get it to come back to us. Do you want to do it that way? I don't know. Is there a clearing or anything, or are we just all in the forest and the boars? Well, actually, the boars made a big trail, so you know what I mean, like a big passageway. So we could do behind it, make the rope, and then we go up ahead and force it to come back somehow, the way it came.
Yes. Sounds good. I'm into it.
Okay.
All right,
Let's do it.
tired of talking.
All right.
So,
I'm running up
I'm
ahead.
Allure, you're going to
Go
go
ahead.
the other direction and set up ropes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Caldana, you just heard this. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna follow them so I can do my apple thing and be sad, but it's okay. I'm gonna thank the boar for letting us eat it and them eat it, not me. But I'm just gonna.
No, you were gonna. I hear you say something about an apple?
Yeah, I was gonna make a giant apple to attract the boar where we need to put it.
You want to put it near the ropes, and so when it's coming, it'll give it more incentive to run right into the rope trap.
Sure.
All right, so that would put you
Allure.
following Allure.
Do you need some of my men? Here, I'll leave 3 of my men to help Allure work the ropes.
Perfect. So that puts 5 of them, 5 people going to the where the boar started, and 4 of you to turn the boar around and get it running.
Right.
Perfect. So do me a favor, Nails, and roll me another stealth.
Gladly.
True, it's neutral. This ain't good.
Leave the boar alone. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna complain the whole time.
17.
All right. So between you and the rest of the group, you guys are very easily making your way around. The boar is not aware of your presence, and fortunate enough, the wind is also not at your back, so you don't have to worry about it catching your scent. So after a couple minutes, you find your way to in front of the boar. How long are you going to wait before sending the boar
Well, I got a
toward
new plan.
Allure?
Got a new plan. Instead of going up ahead of it, we're going to creep up. We're going to hide behind trees behind it. We're going to go ahead and do the javelin thought.
Okay.
Maybe hit it a few times to get it to turn around, and then have it chase us back.
Perfect.
And then hopefully disappear in time for it to see the apple. Should work like a charm.
I like that idea too. All right. So, how long are you
No
going to
room
wait?
for error here.
How long are you going to
But
wait
our
before you
first
set this
plan
off?
group.
How long do we wait? Oh, how long did you need, Elor?
Not that long. Pretty good with ropes and survival.
You look like it. All right.
It's the years.
So roll me, Allure. Roll me a dexterity.
A save or just a check?
Just a dex. Perfect.
21.
With your counseling and explaining what to do, the 4 of you set up some ropes to try and catch this boar, and you feel like you've got them fairly well secured around some fairly large trees. We'll say about 5 minutes has passed as you're waiting before you give the word, Nails. What I would like you to do now is to roll to hit with whatever weapon you're going to use to attack with.
Right, I've got a javelin as well.
2, 3. Oh, wow.
Pretty good.
Hey, let me roll before you go, oh, wow. Oh, wow. You crit? What did you crit for? What are you rolling for?
I'm rolling for the guys throwing javelins next to you. One of your men crit the thing.
Hell yeah.
This is a good, oh wow.
Yeah, that was a
That's a
really
good
good
roll.
one.
16.
That was a good one too. So all 4 of your javelins find their mark. One of the guys had decent aim and managed to plink this thing in a very prime location. Roll damage. Right. Roll damage for your javelin.
Five.
Fantastic. So 5. Oh, good grief. You guys just did 9, 10, 15, 25 points of damage in the first volley. And you do.
Oh, it's dead then.
Oh
Let's
no,
eat.
it is not dead. It is actually very angry.
Hey, great
and
babe.
turns itself around, looking at where it was attacked from, lets out a massive bellow. Allure, you and your compatriots, as well as Caldana, heard this roar of pain from the boar. Looking down this pathway, you can see that it has indeed turned, and there are 4 men running for their lives to get to where you are. What I would like here, and this is just going to be really quick, I need Nails. I would like for you to roll me a Constitution save.
For outrunning the boar,
Correct.
can I roll athletics?
Sure, why not?
My athletics is
Picture
pretty
Nails
good.
as he's running. There's just like embers behind you, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my hands and put them over the gnome's ears so it doesn't hear the boar screaming.
Okay.
Aw.
Thank you.
Such tiny little ears.
We don't all have big pointy ears.
With
Oh, boy.
these hands. All right. You start running with the rest of your men, and you guys are just beating feet. However, you weren't ready for the fact that this giant boar is a lot quicker than you expected. This thing is right up on your behinds almost immediately. It is about 10 feet behind you before you even realize what happened. Give me one more athletics.
Yes. Absolutely. I can surely roll better. Hell yeah, I can.
There you go. And yes, you and fortunately all of your men managed to make it to the other trees. All
Have
of
you ever heard of parkour?
Oh yeah. You parkour. One of the other guys does a third base slide right into home. Everybody's just getting underneath these ropes. The boar charges, and it is moving at breakneck speed. Caldana,
Apple. Q, apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my minor illusion, put the apple and the ropes and all the stuff.
all right, you do that. And one of the beautiful things about large beasts is they are not very smart. So as it starts charging, you guys make it into the woods. This 5-foot apple appears out of nowhere, and you watch as this boar hits the brakes, trying to get the apple. It is incapable of coming to a complete stop. As this happens, I'm going to roll one more thing here, and hopefully I roll super low because that'll be funny. I rolled a 16, so not super low. It stumbles into the ropes that you have in the trees, causing it to indeed fall prone. I was hoping it would get all caught up in it like the Star Wars reference you made earlier. It is now prone.
Did
Prome's
it
good.
slide like?
Yeah, oh yeah, it did. And as it slid, you can see some of the javelins that were in it are just shattering as they're bumping into trees and rocks and whatnot. And its legs are still going as it's trying to right itself. What are you guys going to do?
Stick the pig.
Pull out my bow and hit it with the bundle.
All right. So, anybody who is going,
My eyes closed.
anybody who is, anybody who's attacking, roll to hit with your weapon of choice.
Yeah, I've drawn my great. Yep, I got the great axe. It's time to party.
I said 6.
Send an arrow up the butt and out the front.
Oh, that is fantastic. All right. Everybody manages to get their mark, and another one of those guys rolled a nat 20 on it.
Oh,
Roll damage, nails, and allure.
does 13? 13 doesn't hit. Oh, 13 does hit.
It does hit. Roll damage.
Happy
Yay.
Happy thought. Happy
9 damage.
thought. 12 damage.
So that's 21. So at this point, with the two of you and the original onslaught, you guys do a total of almost 30 some odd damage, 40 some odd damage. Yeah, 41 damage. And you watch as some of the spears, some of the javelins, slam into this thing, and it looks like this thing should be dying. It is squealing in pain, and after the fourth javelin gets driven into it, you watch one of the guys run up and rather than throw the javelin, just drives it straight through the beast, and you watch as it writhes a couple of times and stops moving.
That's the natty 20 guy.
Yeah, the nat 20 guy did it. You now have a dead giant boar.
Here's the thing now, Nails, is a huge question, and I'm happy that it walked parallel to our camp, but how in the F do we get this thing back?
You watch as all 6 of the men you brought with do this.
We'll go back and talk to Yarrow, send a team out here to start skinning it and taking a meat.
That's a good idea. We did the big heavy brunt of the work.
So
Right.
I'm gonna thank it for its sacrifice to feed the camp.
You do, and there is, after your thanks is given, there is a small sense of peace that rolls over you. With your being in touch with nature as you are, by saying thanks, you feel that this boar is okay with the fact that it is being used as food rather than anything else.
Better it was useful than dying of like rot or something. So I
Right,
guess.
so it
But-
is at peace with its death. So you guys make your way back to camp and know that there is a giant boar out there waiting to be turned into bacon. You, for a brief moment, Yarrow has this look of disbelief. There's no way you took down a giant bull by the 3 of you.
You calling me a liar?
Well, I'm saying it's hard to believe.
Can I just start crying and screaming like I did not watch that pig die for you to not believe them?
I'm sorry,
Well-
I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's hard to believe those things are ferocious beasts. Did anybody die?
Mean.
Nobody
Nope.
died, Jarl.
We're the
That
ferocious
was one of my
beast.
plans.
Look, if we can take down a giant boar, we can take down a giant. Don't forget
Giant.
it.
Giant.
You got the most alluring allure on your side. Check the ears, man. Don't
Well,
doubt.
I will send men out to clean it, carve it. We will eat well for quite some time, though we're going to have to find some salt so we can preserve it. I have plans that I think the three of you may be able to pull off. If you are this good at coming up with something so impromptu, you may be able to do this for me. I would like to talk to you after dinner.
I hope it's about us killing a giant.
Don't worry, my friend. We'll get time to kill giants.
So you guys have probably about 2, maybe 3 hours before everybody settles down for grub. Is there anything you would like to do in that spare time?
Can I examine the circular thing I stole earlier and see what the heck it is, and maybe they can help me figure out what it does?
Why, yes, you can. And I have the wrong book. I need this book. As you start investigating this circular object, you realize that it is what appears to be a very thinly shaved layer of a gemstone. And on this gemstone is a magic rune carved on it. It takes you a little bit of time, but after about an hour of studying this and playing around with it, seeing what it can do, what it might do, you eventually realize that this is a glyph of warning. It's something that can be placed on a perimeter and with a little bit of magic energy put into it, creates an alarm if something that you do not deem as ally is within 30 feet of it.
Bitchin'.
That is indeed bitching.
So you might want to mark that down somewhere.
Oh, I just wrote that down. Believe
Awesome.
me. I was on top of that.
I've seen way too many people forget to write it down, and one rule that I have is if it's not on your character sheet, you don't have it.
Nice. That's a good one. I am going to sit on a rock, all edgy and brooding like, and write things in my book of the events of today that just happened.
So you are going to start journaling. The edgy dwarf or edgy elf is journaling.
I'm going to tell everybody who wasn't there just how magnificent the fight with the boar was.
You know what? Roll me a performance.
MySpace era elf.
I was just gonna say.
Got it, man. Right on the nose. I mean, right on the ears.
It's 11.
Actually, it's not. I mean, for what this situation is, it's not that bad. Everybody in this camp has been more or less awestruck by you since you've shown up. They're trying to figure out who you are, what you are. You are as much a mystery as a boon to them. So when you start telling this tale of what you did with the boar, everybody is enraptured by you. With the slight few who are like, it's just a boar, and kind of meander off.
Fuck them.
Right? They don't know a good story when they hear it.
No.
A few hours pass. You've done your writing. You've learned what your trinket is that you stole. Few people walk up and congratulate you on your successful hunting expedition. you learn that the critters that you saw at first, the small woodland creatures, none of them came anywhere near the camp. There was no actual danger that came to the encampment that
We
that
kept back the chipmunk army.
you did.
Yeah, good. Whew.
Caldana,
The chipmunk
Caldana did her
massacre.
job. I had a level 1 party almost die to 2 dire badgers. It happens. You find yourselves treated to very large portions of pork that evening.
Yeah, so good.
It is barbecued over an open fire in the middle of the camp. The smell of roasting pork is everywhere. There are a few raised eyebrows as off in the distance you can hear the howling of wolves or coyotes. You're not sure which right now. But
There's probably some guards around the boar.
and that's pretty much the same thing Yarrow said almost at the same time. Um, looks at you and goes, "Great minds think alike." But you three, I'd like to have you join me in my quarters for a moment. I wish to ask you to do a mission for me that I think only the 3 of you I can probably trust, as you've just proven yourselves to be worthy against probably one of the biggest threats we've had in a while. Wolves and bears aren't that big of a deal, but a giant boar, I've seen that wipe out an entire platoon before it fell to its injuries.
Yeah.
He walks you guys into his quarters, and you see it's a very Spartan place. He's got his desk, he's got a chair, he's got a cot off in the corner that he uses for his bed. Very few furnishings and accessories. He walks over to the side of his tent and tosses a couple of stools at the 3 of you. Please have a seat. We're going to be talking for a bit, I assume.
I'll stand.
You are all, at least the 2 of you, I know for sure. I haven't quite figured out this little one. She seems enamored by you, Elf. That's all that matters.
What? Yep. What?
It happens when you do good things for people, yo.
You 2 have shown a great desire to get your blades wet. The giants are driving.
Ladies.
The giants have got you on the move, Aelor. Nails, you just seem to like a good fight. I really appreciate that. I need to spend some time training these men. We need supplies. I think sending you 3 as a small scouting party will give you guys the ability to move without being seen very well and come back with supplies from these outlying villages that have been destroyed by the giants, and potentially you'll find something to fight in one of these villages to make you guys a bit happier. Would you be willing to do that for me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Are we
I'll
buying
leave now.
things or are we stealing?
Oh, that's
If
a good
there's-
question.
If there's anybody alive, tell them that they can come back to the encampment. If they don't want to come back to the encampment, tell them to go to Holson. If they put up a fight, just try not to kill them if they're human.
Tell them to go to who?
The town, Holson.
Oh,
Are you sure you didn't get hit by the boar?
I'm positive. Okay, all right. So we're going to ruined villages
Yep.
to see
Gather
if
up.
anything left.
Well, mainly you're looking for supplies, anything to make our militia stronger.
Okay.
But if you do find people, try to recruit them, send them to a safe place. If they put up a fight, try not to kill them. If they're not,
Yarrow,
yes,
what kind of supplies are we looking for?
anything. Money,
Well, I mean-
weapons, food,
Salt.
preservatives, people.
I think we got enough food, don't we?
We do for here, but if we end up with a massive army,
For some of you.
once we get
We're
these
gonna go
people,
steal some squashes or something.
Yes, please.
I always knew druids were weird.
That is what I would like you
Are
to
they all
do.
like this?
I don't know, but
Resent that.
I've heard rumors.
The rumors are probably true.
Hugging trees and licking toads.
Lick toads. We do hug trees.
Ew.
I'll lick a toad in a hot spring with 15 women.
We don't have.
You've
15
never had a woman, have you?
I knew I liked you, Nails. We have.
And in and out.
So?
We have 6 horses. I will allow you to take 3 and 1 of the wagons to help you transport anything that you find.
All right.
I'm gonna need help getting on top of that horse.
We've got ladders.
Allure,
Nails.
sounds like a job for you, bud.
Just
Yep. I will help her.
Are we leaving now? Is it middle of the night or is this morning?
This is middle of the night. You guys just finished dinner. You guys have not rested yet.
Oh, we should probably
Rest.
rest. Yeah.
So you guys are given your orders and a small map. The map has very rough sketches of the area. The nearest village that Yarrow has put down on this map is northeast of you. His scale is very, very disproportionate, as you see you see written in there 15 miles. And then you see another one that's a bit further north of that says 20 miles. But the gap is not the same, so he doesn't understand cartography very well. But it's a very roughly drawn sketch. The 2 nearest ones are northeast, about 15 miles away, and one that's almost due north, about 20 miles away.
Wonder how well we can trust this map. We got to keep an open eye.
I trust
think
your
you do.
ranger.
Yeah, pretty good at scouting.
All right, so you guys have that. You are also told before you leave if there's anything that you need for basic equipment that you do not already have. Please look at the wares and see if they have them. They are very lightly fortified at the time, which is why you're looking for supplies.
Do they have any oil? Maybe small little thing of oil for me to dip arrows into to then light on fire.
You are capable of
I can light them
finding.
on fire for you, too.
There you go. You
Like summon
find
fire in my hand.
2,
2. Cool.
and each one will have 6 uses for what you're talking about.
Great.
We could get a combo going.
Dude, combos.
Combos. Combo breaker.
Yep. Are you going to be looking for anything else?
I got everything I need.
Okay. What about you, Caldana?
is there any potatoes?
There are veggies. You were able to eat non-meat products.
I would like to take some with me because I have a feeling these guys are going to eat a lot of meat, and
Oh.
I don't want to have to forage for veggies on my own.
I
Gotcha.
got a plethora of jerky options.
You are capable of grabbing. You are capable of grabbing a few days worth of rations that are fruits and veggies. You figure that in the condition they are now, most of them will be good for 3 to 4 days before they go sour.
Cool.
Plethora of jerky options.
I have squirrel jerky, I have deer jerky, I have raccoon jerky. I don't know what this was made out of, but I found it on the side of the road. Would you like
Range beast jerky.
I'm going to make squash jerky.
No, squash jerky.
Oh, sad.
it? All right. Any other gear that you guys want to try and look for before we head out on this?
Are there any cool hats?
No.
I just like having, okay, then I don't care.
We think this is honey heist.
Right?
I
Can
just,
I
you know
get a
what?
top hat?
I would like a top hat. I'm a gnome. Gnomes like hats.
I actually own 2 top hats.
Like, excuse me?
So we will say that you guys head to bed. Morning rolls around. Um, top off your arrows, your javelins, so that you have the replacements to what you used.
Sure.
Spells and hit points are full, and you see waiting for you. One of the horses has the wagon. The other 2 horses are loose, so you have one of the wagons being drawn by a horse. Who would like which horse?
I
So-
do not mind, but
So
I
there's a
will
single-
lift the gnome and set her on a horse by herself.
And yes, it's a wagon drawn by a single horse.
And then we each have horses, or so if someone's got to take the wagon horse.
One person needs to take the wagon horse, and 2 people will have a horse that is not yoked.
I could take the wagon if you want. If you guys.
Word.
That's a good idea. 'Cause if I have to
I will
pee or something, I'm going to need help getting off the horse.
Well, I can stand on a wagon and shoot arrows, but I could also stand on a horse and shoot arrows. So it's fine.
It might be a little bit.
But
It might be a little bit trickier on the back of a horse than on a wagon.
so I will take the wagon. If you're cool with that, there.
You're gonna get in the wagon?
No. I'm gonna take the horse with the wagon.
Take the wagon.
And as you guys are looking over all of the tack and whatnot, you do see in the back of the wagon there is a tent that you guys can use on your journey as well.
Yeah, could we do that? I like that idea. Do I have to take a horse? Can I not just sit in the wagon or
No,
That is entirely up
No.
to you.
Caldana.
what?
You looked up for me, and I've done a lot for you. So I'm going to return the favor, and I'm going to teach you how to survive on your own. One of the things you must learn is how to ride a horse. It's not hard.
You just wear me like a backpack and we can just go.
Maybe intimidating, Caldana. But I will teach you how to live. I'm gonna just pick her up against her will and put her on the horse.
Whatever, the horse is nice. I'm just gonna become best friends with this horse. It's fine.
That's fantastic. So, you are not going to resist him picking you up.
No.
All right.
Rule number 1: get a suit. Rule number 2: lose the goatee. Doesn't match your suit. I'm gonna teach you how to live.
I cannot.
All right. So one of the things I do here for travel is I have the players roll d6s. Each d6 will represent an hour of travel, and if you roll a 1, that means something might happen.
That's cool.
So
I like it a lot, actually.
so
Very Oregon Trail.
Are we rolling then?
well, we will do it this way. You guys can either roll all at the same time, or you can choose the order in which you roll.
Well, I'm ready to press enter whenever y'all are.
We could each take turns. Go ahead, Cal.
Go ahead.
3.
You got a 3. So as you guys have mounted up and started out of town, you travel to the north
well,
or
hold
to
on,
the
let me do this.
northeast.
Let me do this. Regulators, mount up.
Thank you. I love the callback. Are you guys heading northeast or north?
Which way is fastest by the map?
According to the map, the northeast town is 15 miles is 15 miles, and the north one is 20 miles away.
Okay, let's do northeast.
All right.
If you guys.
Sounds good.
So you guys start heading out. The first hour of travel through the woods goes by pretty easily. It is a little bit difficult as you're taking a wagon through the woods and it's not on a blazed trail, as it were. But you are able, with the assistance of Caldana and Allure, you are capable of finding paths through the trees that aren't going to get you bound up. The day is decent, slight overcast, comfortable as it is early fall. and
Know
slight
any good
breeze,
stories?
slight breeze in the air. So who would like to roll for the second hour? And if you guys want to role play anything, it looks like
I
Turkey's
got
rolling
some,
second.
got some stories, Nails. So one time I was in this hot tub, 15 other elves, and we were licking toads, right? And then out of the woods comes this penguin. I mean, what do
I
you do
don't
with a
believe
penguin
him.
in the hot springs? Oh, did I mention it was snowing? Yeah, so it snows, but the hot springs are fine. Yeah, the good old days before the giants attacked,
What's a
ruined everything.
penguin?
Penguin's a bird. It's like an Arctic sea lion.
What's Arctic?
Arctic is cold.
I fucking hate cold.
Yeah, it's a cold sea lion. You wouldn't like those. Yeah, it was a good
I've
days
never actually
before the
felt cold.
giants came and attacked you. Miss my family.
I miss my family as well. I come from a desert, far, far to the west. I ran away from a tyrant there, and I just came to a kingdom full of them, giant ones.
It's the worst, right?
Tyrants.
I effing hate giants, man.
I
Honestly,
effing hate tyrants.
they've taken everything from me.
Lich, give me a roll,
We will
please.
Straight up 1d20.
said role
1d6.
play. Somebody said, all right.
Oh, snap.
Well, you got a 1.
All right, so I am going to roll hidden from you guys and see if anything actually happens. Oh, wow, that's neat. So, as you guys are traveling, you're going on close to 3.5 hours away from town. 15 miles, you guys are going to reach it shortly after midday. As you are making your way through, you cross a number of different hunting trails and paths, roads, but not major thoroughfares. These look like paths that are taken by farmers or locals to get from point A to point B a little bit quicker. And on one of these small side roads that you manage to find, you notice that there is what looks to be the remnants of a wagon train strewn across this road,
Like it was destroyed?
like it was destroyed. Yes.
Might be
Nails.
supplies.
Yeah, something destroyed this wagon train. Might be supplies. Should we check it out?
Yeah, we should approach cautiously, though.
Okay.
As you guys start to approach, are you going to stay mounted or are you going to go on foot?
I'm
Going to
I'm gonna-
stop the wagon.
Yeah, I'm going to get off.
Yeah.
Okay. Caldana,
The
are you
horse.
going to go with them or are you going to watch the horses?
I'm gonna stay back with the horses, and I've been sharing my carrot snacks with my horse, but I'm gonna go share with all the horses.
Roll me an animal handle, please.
Good luck getting off that horse.
It's
Spunk.
called tuck and roll. It's a thing. Animal handling. Where the fuck is my animal handling? Hold on.
All right.
Aha, +3. Okay.
And for you guys, I just missed that. Somebody rolled a natural fireball. I missed that. So yeah. Fortunately for you guys, a random fireball does not fall from the sky. You guys also have a no nat 1. So if any point in time you roll a 1, you can choose to use that and re-roll.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's cool.
You
Thank
rolled
you.
it.
From Jared?
That one is from Jardy, yes. Pokemon
Thank you.
Killer did the Nat Fireball, and I'm sorry I missed that Pokemon Killer. So yeah, you are very quickly making friends, Caldana. It appears that feeding them carrots was a good idea.
I figured.
And Nails and Allure, you guys start approaching the destroyed wagon train here. You notice there are 4 wagons that were part of this. There are 2 horses that look to have been slain, and there is only one body, and it seems to be covered by one of the destroyed wagons. The damage that you see here is not indicative of a giant.
Can I roll investigation to see if there is any blood trails where a horse body might have gotten dragged away?
You can use investigation or survival, either one. Also, we have a magic burst on the table, which means if you cast a spell, something random may happen.
Right. Well, I got a 6. I don't see very much, Niels.
No, from where you are at the outskirts of this damage, it's difficult to discern what has happened. Most of it is covered up either by weather or the fact that the wagon's wheels and traffic has marred any significant information you can glean without going deeper into the wreckage.
Wagon wheels. Heading down south, the land of the pines.
Head deeper in.
Okay.
Check these wagons for supplies. You gonna come? Should we
Well, it's personal, but yeah, I'll follow you.
should we leave the druid by her own?
As you turn around, you see her feeding carrots to the horses.
Should be fine. Let's go.
Just gotta work.
Good job, Biscuit.
Oh, you've named him. Now I have to kill him.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So at the first wagon, roll me an investigation.
All right, me again, or do you want to go?
Both of you.
Oh.
By the way, their names are Biscuit, Tommy, and Ralph.
Biscuit, Tommy, and Ralph.
Yep. We
Okay.
talked.
Got an 8.
I got 11.
All right. The two of you working together, looking around, seeing what's here. The first wagon, you see remnants of boxes and canvas sacks that have been torn apart and destroyed. It's easy to see that whatever was being carried here were some sort of food products. There's grains and oats kind of scattered about, but there's nothing salvageable from this wagon.
What do you think caused this?
Can I do a perception check?
You can do perception or survival.
Because I want to see. I mean, if it was humans, I mean not humans, but people, then there might be arrows stuck in the wagons. Whatever, there should be some indication of what caused the wagons to tip. Or
Yep.
are they tipped over, or is it they're all standing up?
They are in different states of disrepair, tipped over, wheels broken. The slats are destroyed on some of them. Axle looks cracked on another one.
Rolled 19 on perception.
Perfect. As you start doing this, the damage to this does look like it was caused by weapons. There are no projectiles, however. You do not see arrowheads or anything of fletching, nothing that would indicate javelins or spears. The more you start looking around, though, you see that this was caused by some large, blunt objects. You're not 100% sure, but you think maybe made of wood. You're not 100% sure.
But they're not around,
Nope.
right?
Nope. Everything at this point in time, the critters are acting like normal. Birds are singing. There doesn't seem to be a threat in the area.
Can I ask you a question, my friend? Adore. I don't know. What the hell? Why don't you elf? Is everything giant in this country?
I don't think so. There are big creatures, not necessarily giant. I think the giant warthog was a happen of circumstance.
Huh.
If these things got smashed with some giant wooden clubs, could be trolls, orcs,
Oh, ogres.
ogres.
Hmm.
Why would they want grain, though? I mean, they didn't take it.
No, and that was, yeah,
Brains.
very good observation. They did not take it with. It's just scattered all about and not salvageable. So
There's
as you
3
continue,
carts,
yep, as you
1 horse
continue,
cart.
as you guys continue to look through here, you see that the body that is covered up by one of the wagons was indeed killed by the wagon that landed on him. It appears that he was trying to fix something underneath it when the axle split and crushed him.
How can we tell that? So he got like tools in his hands or something?
Because he's got tools in his hands. And as you're looking at that, you notice he's got some basic repair tools, a hammer and some chisels and a couple of nails. You continue to look around and you find underneath what looks to be like some canvas that was covering one of the wagons. Left behind were 2 leather jerkins that can be used as armor that look very muddy and may have not been noticed with all of the commotion going on. And you notice that there is a short sword and a dagger in that pile as well.
Well, we should probably take the armor and the weapons for supplies.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you do not find anything else.
Okay. My question is, why were these left? Were they disregarded? Were these guys robbed? Not hungry? So many questions. Should we?
Can we tell if this wagons was this just food, like traders or people, is like their homes, or
it looks from the little bit that you've been able to discern, it looks like they were a caravan that was heading toward Holson, potentially refugees from another city.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know if they'd have anything to be robbed. They weren't traders, obviously not traders.
Well, their flesh was taken from them.
Wait, what? We saw somebody with their flesh off?
Well, it's not here.
They took off. Yeah, the people aren't there.
Oh, okay.
That was a very, very
That was
dark way of putting
of
it.
phrase.
Yeah, well,
Do you see a
common isn't my first language.
There we go.
No.
I don't speak common.
Common. What a throwback.
So are you guys going to do anything else in this area?
No, I want to check the pockets of the guy who got crushed.
As you do, you find that there are a few more nails and 3 silver
Sweet.
in a small pouch.
All right, well, what do you think? Should we keep moving forward this way? Nails?
Well, I mean, to take anything we could use as supplies and... Well, you know what? Can we check, Ranger? You want to check for tracks around the perimeter? Maybe...
Yes.
At least we know if we're heading towards something or...
It's a fantastic idea.
Again, roll me either investigation or survival, whichever is better.
I got a 21.
That is a
Nice.
heck of a roll. So now that you're deep in this and you're looking at all of the damage and whatnot's going on, you notice that there are 4 distinct types of footprints. You see humanoid footprints, like that of the human crushed underneath the wagon. You see lupine footprints, large ones. You see what look to be like small humanoid footprints, but there are strange, what look like claw marks that associate them. They don't go too deep, so these are smaller creatures. And the last one you see, and you only see this a little bit, and it's on the outskirts of the wagons, are barefoot footprints that are almost like bird claws, but the way that they move around, they're on two legs, and it moves around very similar to how a standard humanoid would.
Seems to me, Nails, that some goblin slave traders riding on the backs of Karagor's beasts of some kind
Chochobos or whatever.
came through
Chocobos.
here, and they
Chocobo.
have maybe possibly Aarakocrans as slaves. Or maybe the Aarakocrans have enslaved some goblins that ride on the back of beasts. But there's a lot of different footprints here.
I love you're making up the story. That's fucking great.
I think it's
really?
fantastic.
Wow.
It's
I didn't
fantastic.
get all that from these.
Just trying to sum up all these different footprints. I think goblins are riding on the back of bears, and they become friends with Aarakocrans.
All right.
Are they heading the same way we are or away?
From your location, they are heading.
Goblins.
From your location, they are heading almost due north. You guys are heading more easterly now to get to the city you're looking for.
Should we
Good.
try to find these slave traders and kill them, or should we just continue our merry way?
As much as I'd like to do that, our mission here is to collect supplies for the bigger prize, right? Taking down giants.
It's true. It's very true. We need to train us a crow to send tweets. Send a tweet to the Jarl and let him know.
All right.
Just
so,
at the Jarl.
Yep. So, what we will do is we are going to wrap up with you guys heading out to head to the next town from this wreckage of wagon train. We will pick up there on our next session.
Are they coming back for me?
Yes, they have to come back for you. You've got their horses.
Okay, yeah, because Biscuit and Tommy and Ralph, there's some horse drama here, and yeah, I want them back now because they're Biscuit likes Tommy, but Ralph likes Biscuit, and it's a whole mess. It's a thing.
It's a soap opera. So,
Yes.
I want to say thank you to everybody out there in Viewerland.
Yeah, I'm like, nay.
Nay. Before we wrap all of this stuff up, I would like for you guys to tell us what is interesting and what is going on. Lich, from the Liching Hour, what do you have going on coming up this weekend and so forth?
Saturday starts a special season of Apocalypse, the Apocalypse Roadshow, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Pretty excited about it. It's going to be a bit of an experiment.
Nice.
Are you doing another one of the ladies' nights?
Actually, I don't know why I haven't said. So we're doing a hero approved kind of not crossover, but like a joint team effort kind of thing. Joe and Dom and Jelly and a lot of his crew are going to come and do voices for us for this mini season.
Neat. That is cool. So yeah, are you going to be doing another one of the ladies' nights?
Those are going to be monthly events.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it'll be next month.
Perfect. Anything else other than that?
No, other than that, you come see me do the Pogli Employee Adventure video fun time tomorrow night.
Heck yeah.
And then, yeah.
I was waiting for those ears to fall.
All right, and for the earless wonder, Turkey, what do you got going on at the Grouch Couch?
So tomorrow night is story writing. I'm starting at 7, and then we're going to raid right into Pogli and Bory's video fun time. I've learned a lot about my characters this past week, so I'm pretty excited to write some more story, and I'm always taking options and stuff. It's going to be our channel, on my channel, writing some story, which is really cool. We're also trying to come up with new faction quests for Drunks and Dragons that I think are going to be super dope, so stay posted for those. And then, we've been brainstorming the crap out of those, and I think it's going to be...
Well, that's with a capital F and a capital Q.
Yeah.
Faction quests.
Yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. So more ways for people to get involved. And for those of you that are here right now, you guys are kind of getting the jump on that to know about that. And then episode 2 of Drunks and Dragons is happening next week, and I'm excited because I might do a little something, something on the show, which I think is going to be fun. But I guess we'll have to see how that turns out on Sunday.
Okay.
That will be interesting.
Is it full Monty?
Full Monty, yeah. Full Monty. Wait, what is Full Monty? I don't know. Go into town and find me the largest shrubbery.
Taking it all off, buddy. That's what that is.
Crotch.
Oh,
yeah. Full frontal. All
Full
right.
Monty.
So that leaves Spooky Sprinkles.
Yes.
What have you got going on?
Well, so fun stuff. I started a new part-time job, so my scheduling's all kind of fucked up. So best thing is if people follow me and they get the notifications for when I go live, great, because it's just I'm gonna keep trying to stream like 4 or 5 days a week, and as always, I'm painting patches, actual paintings, commissions. I've started doing Pokemon cards and magic card altars again.
We're trying to set up a thing for sound alerts on her stream. So she has her new desktop, right? And whenever sound alerts happen, like notifications, it's super loud in her headphones, and it scares her. And I think it's fucking hilarious. So
do a lot of other people.
New sound alert things, and we're taking sound alert ideas from people. I want to do one with like Goofy laughing and other kind of stuff. So we're gonna allow people to scare her at random points throughout her stream, which I think is gonna be fantastic.
Which is terrible, but it's great. People like it, so we're adding that. I just added some. I'm adding more little, just fun, stupid things like you can slap stickers on my stream now, and just little fun things just to keep people involved while I'm painting and chatting y'all up. So.
Lucia Diamond was watching episode 1. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Lucia Diamond. Thank you for the follow. I saw that you caught us earlier today.
Great. So yeah, just a bunch of art stuff, and that's it for now.
Cool. And then there is me. Dragons in the Dining Room. We have absolutely nothing going on tomorrow on Friday, so please check out the Liching Hour and the Grouch Couch, see what they're up to, and have fun with them. Saturday, we will be doing Nerevis, which is my wife's homebrew adventure for D&D. She's put a lot of work into it and is trying her hand at doing everything from scratch for the very first time. So it's really fun watching her explore that endeavor. Sunday, we will be doing Sand and Magic, which is an Egyptian take on the Hoard of the Dragon Queen trilogy of modules. We have a lot of strange things going on now as they're trying to figure out how to take care of demigods in the middle of a desert world. From there, we've got Monday, which is Dragon's Discourse. This Monday, we will be doing another episode of world building. So if you're interested in that and want to help create a world from scratch, join in and enjoy giving ideas. So we are Heroes Approved. We are approved by you guys, our heroes, and we are very thankful that you guys have joined us today.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
So
thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. We will